this is Riley Smith with MakeGood Creative Network. It has been a minute. Happy New Year. Yeah, it's been a little while since I posted, but in the new year, I want to make sure that I am doing that a lot more. That's one of my big goals for this year, is to make sure I'm bringing lots of helpful content out to y'all. And speaking of goals, that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Hero's Journal, which is a daily planner and goal setting journal that lets you become the hero of your own story. And let's talk about it because I'm obsessed. I've been using this for like 3 years, so here is my review. No one has paid me to say this. I just think it's a really cool product, and everybody who wants to do a thing and wants to have some fun doing it and feel like a hero or a wizard or an astronaut should go ahead and try it out. So let's talk about it. So to give you a general idea of what this journal is, it is, there are a couple different kinds. I have this like Magic Academy one, and basically, without giving you too many spoilers, it helps you turn your kind of like whatever your goal is into like a magical quest. The other books are, one of them is more kind of general fantasy based. I did that one a couple of years ago, and it helped me launch MakeGood, helped me launch this company. That was my big goal with that journal, and I did it. It's a thing. Woo! So, mission accomplished. Last year, my goal was more general, just to make stuff, and I made a lot of stuff, and this journal really helped. It's got a lot of different sections. It's divided into 3 acts, like any good adventure story. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you what my favorite thing is about this. Excuse me if like this is kind of a scattered overview, but just what I think is actually like the best thing about this journal, like the Hero's Quest is super cool, it's super fun, it makes everything like more of an adventure. Like I write down my 3 goals every day, and it's part of this big adventure. But the single thing that I think is the best thing about this planner, as opposed to all the other planners and goal setting devices that I have used, the dates, the pages are not dated. You fill in the dates. The last journal that I used, I dropped it for like 3 months, and that was fine. I could just come back to it later, get back on track with my goals. I love that. It's awesome. That is my single favorite thing about this journal. 5 out of 5 stars for flexibility, which is great if you are neurodivergent or you just like want to go on trips and stuff. Like, everybody should take breaks. And this journal really makes that okay. And they even say that like at the front of the journal, like, these pages are not dated for a reason. So that's really cool if you've struggled with other planners in the past, like I did, because like, oh shit, I missed like 3 weeks. Now there's these huge blank spaces in this planner I bought. I feel like crap. That's not a problem with these. Another thing I really like, they're really like high quality. Like they're really, like they feel like a book. So like my 2 that I've finished, like I'm gonna keep those. You don't want to throw this away. And in a way, it's not good for like jotting down notes very much, but you can get like a little crappy 3-ring notebook for that. This is for like setting your goals and helping yourself stay motivated. I use it every morning. I write down my main quest here, my 3 biggest things to help me accomplish that. And then it's helpful because you can immediately break it down into your hourly over here. That kind of helps you figure out, how is my schedule going to look for today? Can I actually do all these things? That is another thing I am very bad at. I will be like, I'm going to do all this today. And it's like, if I don't actually think about how many hours all those things take, I'm going to do none of them because I'm going to get tired and sad that I'm not able to do all of them. So that's another thing I really like about this journal. It gives you an immediate reality check because you have to actually figure out when you're going to do all the things. Other thing that's really fun, it gives you a little section for gratitudes. It asks you to think about what is helping and hurting you each day. What are your allies and your enemies? Because you're the hero of the story. Of course you have enemies. Like, You know, so a lot of my enemies are like, I'm tired and depressed. That happens a lot. But, you know, then I can think about my allies and all the things I'm grateful for. And that really helps me think about, okay, how do I need to defeat my enemies today? And it gives me a lot of gratitude and a feeling of power to think about the allies, like who is helping me on my quest, to realize like I'm not alone trying to do all these things. So it's a really positive way to start your morning. Super cool. There's cute little quotes every day. Like today's quote is from Queen, and it's one dream, one soul, one prize, one goal, one golden glance of what should be. It's a kind of magic. Like it's just cool. And there's like all sorts of little magic based ones in this one. The other one has adventure, and they just recently released one that's all space adventure-y. So if you're a Star Wars or Trekkie geek, you'll really like that one too. They're all super fun and have kind of this basic structure. What's also fun is every day has these cute pictures. And so you see like this little character go through an adventure while you go through your own. I managed to wrap up my last journal like January 1st of this year. And it really helped me be like, damn, like I have completed a quest, and then I got to start a new one, which was really cool. The other thing that is awesome about this that other planners don't do is every couple of weeks, I think it's like every 2 or 3 weeks, it asks you to reflect on your progress so far with these very cool like quest-based questions. So like they have these reflection sections at various points in your journey, and like one of them last time is like, congratulations on making it through the first part of your journey. You should be proud. You feel like you've crossed the threshold out of your comfort zone. What was the hardest part of getting started? So, and then I got to kind of pat myself on the back and kind of look at what I've already overcome just in like the first couple weeks of the year. Really cool to be able to see yourself as that hero and see your progress. Like a lot of the questions actually make you look back over your days. And I really see a ton of progress when I look back over these, which is super exciting. To be fair, I would say my cons with these, like I said, it's not for just carrying around and keeping notes. And also I never remember what, like I have a really hard time remembering because I don't just carry this around with me all day. So like I often have to go back and look at today's and be like, what did I say I was gonna do? And like, and maybe that's just, that's a me problem. But also like the schedule on it, it's, my days change pretty rapidly based on what chaos my dog causes and also just being a freelancer. So I often have to like really change my schedule a lot. So the schedule I make at the beginning of the day is definitely not, it's definitely almost never what happens, but it does help me focus. It's just, you know, this isn't for like rapid changes, I guess. Like this is for sitting down at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day if you want to plan your next day and making intentions, which I think for that purpose, it is super, super cool. One thing that I thought would be a con, but actually like hasn't been, I supported them on Kickstarter when they released this version of the Magic Academy, and I got 4 copies. I was planning on giving some away to other people, but when I finished my last one, I was like, well, I want to start another one right away, and I don't have money to order the space one right now, so we're gonna do another one of these. And I thought, oh, it's gonna be kind of boring, right, to do the same adventure over again. It's super not. One, because I don't remember what went on at the beginning of this. And 2, my goals and my quest are so different now and I'm different now. It feels different. You know, the hero's journey really is cyclical, but you're never quite the same when you come back to your hobbit hole. So I thought that would be a con, but I really think that these have a replayability. You could definitely go back through and do your adventure and it'll feel very different because you're different. So that is my review of the Hero's Journal. I guess if I had to give it some stars, I would say 4.5. Mostly the like -0.5 is because like so much as the space is taken up by cute illustrations, and there's a lot of pages at the front and back that like could probably have been condensed but are really cute. And I only say that because like I feel a little guilty tree mulch wise about this. Like this is a nice book. Like this is pretty fancy. So it's really only -0.5, and honestly, they probably shouldn't lose that half just for being like nice and well made. But every once in a while I look at these, especially the ones I'm already done with, and I'm like, I feel guilty about trees now. But it is really beautiful. Like I said, it's not for throughout your day, kind of like rescheduling things or go, you know, you're not gonna carry this around with you unless you want to. Maybe some people do, so that they can like refer to it and it could be like their magic tome. But I really think it's for kind of having that ritual. It really helps me start my day off driven and positive. So yeah, 4.5 probably deserves 5 stars TBH for what it is and what the creators set out to do. And I highly, highly recommend it. It is totally fun. It is totally worth the money. Go adventure. Go get yourself one and try it out. You'll really like it. I definitely recommend starting with the kind of general fantasy adventure one. Because that's where I started and it just felt cool to start with that. But they have like recommendations because each of the types like are a little bit of a different adventure. So go check out the website. I'll put in the comments below. I'm really excited for this year. I've got a lot of big things planned for this channel and for Make Good Creative Network in general. And this journal is really gonna help me reach those goals, as well as my general goal setting process, which I will also put a little card up so you can kind of see the goal setting process that I use to help me balance being a full-time freelancer and marketing consultant, as well as owning this small business, as well as being a novelist, writing books and things, putting those out, also doing comedy content. So that'll take some like focus, and I'm not good at focus. So I've set up a system that works well for me. I will link that there as well. But that is my review of the Hero's Journal. I freaking love it. And what I love most about it is that on days when I do not at all want to think about goals, I just want to curl up in a ball on my bed, it's fine. I can go away from this and come back because the pages are not dated, which is awesome. So I can journey at my own pace. If you feel like you need some help kicking off your goals, getting your creative energy back, we have the guide for you. It is called the 21 Creativity Killers. I will link it below. Go ahead and grab that up. It's a free download. It highlights a lot of things that could be holding you back as a creator and helps you figure out how to fix them. So maybe that can be your first quest. Where do you get these? I'm watching a lot of ASMR, so that's why all the tapping. But Happy New Year, everybody, and I will see you on the next video that I'm sure I will make soon, because I'm promising myself that I will, and I'm telling you that. Most importantly, let's go make stuff.